This the new Let's Get It Sports Talk, broadcasting live on weekends, exclusively on Facebook and the Four Walls Foundation YouTube channel.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers, the uncles, the best friends, everybody out there that's poured into a child. Let's go and wish them a happy Father's Day. It don't matter. Okay, we starting early. It's been a minute. Okay, that's all right. That's all right. It took me a little bit now. I'm waking up now.
I was going to go to the talk about Father's Day.
Anyway, listen, welcome to the new Let's Get It. We're here to, kind of talk some sports and whatever, but let's get it started. FB, how you doing, man? What's going on?
I'm good, man. I got
no seat.
I know I got y'all some, all fathers in here. So, you know what I mean?
Oh, man.
I don't know if y'all smoke cigars, but
I definitely do.
there you go.
I do.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah. But happy Father's Day to everybody out there.
Absolutely.
It's a great day for everybody to, spend time with the people that really do, pour into them. So
Absolutely.
It's a great day for that.
Absolutely. And shout out to those that, like I said, it also is bittersweet as well, too. Thank you for that, though, friend. Appreciate that.
Definitely appreciate it.
MB, what's good, man? How you doing?
All's good, man. Happy Father's Day to everybody out there. Winding down school. Got 3 days left.
Okay, and Wednesday, too, huh?
So we have school tomorrow. Tuesday's a half day, but then half day Tuesday and Wednesday we have teacher in-service stuff.
Oh, okay. All right.
So
They do in-service on the last day of school?
Yeah, man.
Wow. Do people call out?
Everybody, because they do. It's
they probably got like a little party and
yeah,
stuff.
it's they bring in food and we're getting there.
That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Bird, what's good, man?
Hey, man. Can't call it. You know what I'm saying? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there, especially my father. You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Just a great day to be a father.
Absolutely.
School winded down, like Coach said. We're done on Wednesday. So
done Wednesday too.
Yeah,
wow.
Three days left, all half days.
Wow.
We got the finals out the way last week, so it's just gotta the great Marshawn Lynch always. I'm just here so I don't get fined.
That's it. It is. FB, you out next Wednesday too?
We're done school Wednesday. We got graduation on Friday.
Yeah, graduation Friday.
Okay. 4 o'clock at 4 o'clock on a Friday in Philly.
Wow.
In Philly?
Philly.
In Philly. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Looking forward to it.
Yeah, we're done Wednesday, matter of fact. We got graduation Wednesday. And so we got 3 more days and it's a wrap, man. But I don't know about you guys, but I feel like it's been a wrap for me since June hit. I don't know. It feel like it descends once Memorial Day comes. It's a wrap. You know what I'm saying? So I agree. I kind of been checked. Well, let me watch myself.
It's like I'll save you. Like we had to have I had to have my grades in. I had to have my grades in like right after Memorial Day. So it's like, what do we do?
Right.
Wow.
Like, what are we doing?
Wow. Right after? Wow. Let me ask you a question. Being for all the teachers. Matter of fact, all the teachers. My bad. Listen, if a kid, let's just say, I'm just curious, right? Let's just say a kid gets a 60.8. What do you guys put for the grade?
So I'm in private school, so it's a little different.
Okay.
In private school, it gets like a B.
Okay. So, all right, but do you round up or do you round down?
No, always round up.
Yeah.
Always round up.
What would if I told you that there are people out there that round down?
Isn't that illegal? Like,
It wouldn't.
Because that's giving me less than what I got.
They're mean people.
I see. I'm feeling that right here, right? Like if you get a 60.8,
right? Come on,
and they round you down to 60,
but it's less than what I got. That's not fair.
It's not fair, right? That's what I'm saying. But for somebody to do that,
right? That's just.
It's like, I don't understand that, right?
Do they do it consistently, or is it like?
I don't even know if it's a consistent thing. To me, one time is enough. To me. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. Yeah, it's just like, I'll give you another example. What if someone got a 59.7. Would you round down or round up?
They got a 60. They got a 59.7.
What if I told you that they got a 59?
Wow. Yeah,
Would you feel like
They don't let us do nines in our district.
Okay.
We gotta round up.
You got to round up, right? Would you feel like it's a personal thing?
Yes.
Yes, definitely.
Yes.
Like, I mean, it's without being said, it's a personal
Yes.
thing. Okay, I'm just curious.
Yes,
I just want to make sure that I'm on point. But anyway, let's get into these sports here. Enough of these teachers and guidance counselors. Enough of education. So listen, NBA Finals. Are we? It's been a while since we've been on. But did we expect this? I know I didn't. But did we expect that it was going to be the Pacers and the Thunder? I knew the Thunder. I didn't know about the Pacers, though.
Yeah, I mean,
Go ahead.
I'd be lying to you if I said I wasn't a little bit shocked that the Pacers are here.
Okay.
I'm even more shocked at the way they're, playing in this series. Like I thought this series might be, the Thunder running away, but this has been like just a great basketball series. Been a lot of good basketball played over these past 4 games. So it may not be like all the fanfare around it that it normally is, but I'm really happy with the way the finals are going.
So you're enjoying it?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
It's great basketball.
I'm wondering how the ratings are. I don't know if the ratings are high or whatever, but I don't know. I've been watching it here and there. What about you, MB?
Yeah, very surprised with the Pacers. They always seem to me like a team that would make a little run, have a great regular season, and not really be able to do it in the playoffs.
Mm-hmm.
But they've proven me wrong. They and for me, it's more their role players that have stepped up and Nembhard and Neesmith, guys like that, TJ McConnell,
right?
right? That are really carrying them. And the Thunder, I think, it's their time. Like they were building to this. So I think we saw that coming a little more than the Pacers. But it's been a good series in the way that Pacers have been able to scrap and figure things out. It's been cool to watch.
Been cool to watch. Okay. You been locked in?
Not locked in, but I've been watching.
You've been watching? Yeah. All right. CB, what about you, bro?
Yeah, everybody, we can all say seeing the Thunder there is no surprise.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The Pacers, a little surprise.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Also, it's a great series. I was listening to Sonny Hill this morning on the way over, and he was saying the ratings are actually down. Just because he was saying it's more of both teams play like a more team first, old school type of style of basketball. It's not that pizzazz, that, you know what I'm saying? But I like it. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I like the fact that Indiana is making it a series, because when I saw they were getting there, I was like, this might be over 5. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, they're balling. So I'm enjoying. I'm locked in.
You're locked in.
I've been watching.
All right, Fred, you're locked in too?
I am.
Okay. I'm not. You know what? I think I'm here and there.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
I can see that.
I'm not sure why. I'm not sure if it's the fanfare is not as high for me, or is it that I'm still saddened by the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? I'm not sure what it is. But it's interesting to watch though. So what the series is what 2-2.
2-2.
Okay, we got a game Monday. Who do we see with that? The funny thing about it is I started to text you guys that it's amazing how you have people that leave the Sixers and they go on to do great things. Okay, TJ McConnell and Isaiah Joe. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are pieces that we could be using right now, right? But they go on to move. Even Obi Toppin from the Knicks, right? He's balling. I didn't even think that he was that good like that. Right. He's pretty good. And when he shoots that J, it's like he could actually shoot a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Within a big man's body. You know what I'm saying? So it is, I think they're kind of comparable as far as the teams are concerned or whatever. But the one thing that, you got 2-2. I see OKC not losing another game. How do you guys feel about that?
I think they're going to win Game 5. I think it's going to be tough for them to win Game 6 in Indiana. I think it's OKC in 7.
Okay.
I just think that Game 6 on the road is tough.
Yeah, just closeout situation.
And I think the teams are more evenly matched than I thought. So I think that's going to be a tough game for them to win.
What about you, FB?
I could see OKC winning. I could see them winning in 6 because Shea's been playing like the MVP, like he's been balling. So for I know there's people saying there's no star. This guy's playing like a star. I mean, he's putting up numbers. He's making clutch shots. Like, so I could see them. I could definitely see them winning in 6.
Okay, CB.
I could see it in 6, but I'm gonna go 7. I think it's gonna go 7.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's gonna go 7.
Okay.
Yeah, they like I said, the pace is shocking me. Evenly matched so far for the most part. You know what I'm saying? The thing I think that hurt them, watching that game 4, they should have won. You know what I'm saying? The pivotal game 4, they should be up 3-1 right now. So I think that's going to come back to bite them.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
It can. Let me ask you, with Halliburton, are we seeing the best of Halliburton? Is Halliburton having I forget who? I'm not sure if I heard it here or somewhere else. Is Halliburton having a Jeremy Lin moment? Is this his pinnacle, his echelon, or do you see that he actually continues to grow, or is he at the max where he's at right now?
I can't even really, I can't even really answer that question right now because I've never really followed him. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never really sat down and watched the Pacers game to see Tyrese Halliburton, let's see what he got. You know what I'm saying? I mean, of course, you hear the different things. You see the clips on ESPN or whatever. But this is the first time that I'm actually getting to see him play like a whole game and checking him out for the most part through these whole playoffs. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know where he was before this. And, I mean, I guess everybody can get better. It's going to be up to him if you want to put in the work.
Okay. All right. MB, what you think? You sound like you think.
I don't like him. That sound like the thing.
I see his reaction.
That's what it sound like the thing.
Here's what I want to say, and then what I want to say is, what can he do better? Like,
That's where I'm at.
what is the step that he's gonna take to improve? Like, he had a great season. He's having an amazing playoff.
Absolutely.
Like, what? I guess that's my thing. Like, what is it like? Oh, he's got to do this. Like, what is it that he's got to do better? And I just don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
That's what makes me think. I'm not sure. Of course, he can get better as a player, but like, he brought his team to the NBA Finals. What, like? He's not a great isolation player.
Right.
Like, maybe he becomes better at that. But then I think that takes away from their team.
Right.
The way they play. So I don't know. I don't know.
He benefits from the system.
Without a doubt.
Right.
Without a doubt.
That's what I think.
Without a doubt. But he's good. Because he was good in Sacramento. Like, so it's not just the system.
Okay.
But
he was in Sacramento?
Yeah.
He
got drafted there.
What?
He was also.
Did you know that?
No, I did not.
He was also on the USA team. Like, he was also an all-star. Like,
he also got
a good player.
Declined the trade for Ben Simmons from Sacramento.
Really?
Yeah, we're supposed to trade. There was Simmons. It was him and somebody else for Simmons, and we declined it.
And MT calling me. You know what I'm saying?
But I just don't know. Like, I don't know what.
Shout out MT, man. I promise you, I will call you though. I promise.
I don't know what he does to, like, what's the next step. Like, I don't know, because he's not. Most people would say he's got to become the star, the isolation guy. That takes away from their team in the way they play.
Right.
So I don't know if that's good for them. So I don't know. I don't. He's better than I thought he was.
Yes, I agree with that.
I'll
now, that I
have to
agree.
say that.
All right, FB. I feel like you like Halliburton.
I just don't want to hear people call him overrated anymore.
Okay, yeah, that's true. I agree.
Even though, like, when we talked about that before,
that.
We said it was only like 12 guys that even said it. But like,
his peers though.
Just the fact that he said it, and Dame Lillard said some things to him in the past when they won when they were in that Coaches Cup thing.
Right.
I just think he solidified himself as
an NBA player. Absolutely.
One of the top point guards in the league.
I don't know that.
When I say top, or if we're talking top, like top,
that's what you're saying.
5, 6, like,
he's tough.
I don't think you can name 5 or 6 point guards better than him.
He's tough. He's tough. I just don't know.
This is your New York bias coming out.
Well, no, it's not. No, it really is.
Brunson or Halliburton?
Yes, me.
I gotta go with Brunson. And even though Brunson, I gotta go with Brunson. I didn't like how Brunson finished the playoffs, though. I'll be honest with you. I didn't like how he finished it. And I'm not sure if that's a Tibbs thing. We're gonna get into that too, or if that's more his thing or whatever. But I still have to go with Brunson because, I mean, I don't know. I feel like he's shown a little more. You know what I'm saying? But Halliburton is tough. I just don't know, like, what else? Like, has he reached his echelon? Like, is this is the best we're going to get from him? Because everybody else is going to catch up, right? Well, that's going to happen.
Why is everybody going to catch up and he's not going to get any better?
Where though?
That's my thing. Like, I agree with you. Like, he's not just gonna not. This is like just as good as he's gonna get. But what is he going? Like, what's his weakness that he improves?
The J.
I think he just gets more consistent because there's times where you'll look up and he'll have like 25, 15 in this, and then there'll be a game where he's like, you'll look through the third quarter, he has 6 points and do it. Like,
yeah. But I think I think what's gonna happen with him. His regular seasons are going to be like it's all going to be about what he does in the playoffs.
Okay.
Because of the way they play, they play so fast that his numbers are inflated just because of the way they play. I don't mean that in a negative way, but now for him, it's going to be what do you do in the playoffs? Mm-hmm. So, I think that's a good problem to have.
Do you see them getting back to the playoffs, the NBA Finals, after this year? I say no. I can see OKC if they lose. I don't think they're going to lose, but if they lose, I can see them getting back. I can't see Indiana getting back. I think Indiana's like that Raptors team.
There's so much up in the air with the Eastern Conference, though.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
I don't know what their contract situations are. Like, if they can keep the Nesmiths, the Nembhards, those guys together, they got a shot at it.
Yeah, definitely.
But I don't know what their contracts.
Because, I mean, the Sixers, we don't know what they're going to do. But Tatum's not playing for Boston. Knicks and getting a new coach who nobody want to go there to coach. I mean, yeah, decent. I mean, if they can keep everybody together, they got a damn good shot. Go back. Yeah.
They did to the Cavs. Like,
Cavs had injuries, though, didn't they?
Yeah.
Some injuries or whatever.
Yeah.
I mean, I just think Indiana was beneficial. They really did beat the Knicks, though. So that right there is like, there was no, you can't take nothing away from them. They beat the Knicks. You know what I'm saying? And, and they're playing well now. I just don't know if they get back there. I don't think so. But
I mean, it's not easy, so it ain't like, you know what I'm saying?
Guaranteed.
Right.
Yeah. Now, OKC on the other hand, do you see OKC, is this their one chance or do they have other opportunities?
If they can keep that group together, I think they'll be in the mix for a minute. You know what I'm saying? But like Coach was saying about the contracts, I don't really know where their contracts are and, and all that type of stuff. But they can keep that core together and I think they can be in the mix for a minute.
Who's your least favorite player on OKC? I know who mine is, but who's your
least favorite?
Yes.
I don't know if I have a least favorite. I didn't like Jalen Williams before this series, and now I really like him.
Like, he's tough, right?
He's good.
Yeah.
He's good.
I think it's Chet.
I was going to say, I knew that. I knew you were going to say that.
There's something about him.
You don't like every time he takes a three, I can see you like throw your hands up.
Yes.
That's it.
But it's really when he walks and stuff too. It's something. Is it just me or?
I mean, what is he? 7 foot, 7'1"?
No, he just looks a little.
You mean like his oxtails coming?
No, it's just
looks a little awkward.
I don't know. Anyway, listen, it's going to be a great finals.
Miles Turner's a free agent. That's big.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. Now, is Miles Turner a better version of Cat?
Different.
That's a good one.
Similar.
Doesn't score like Cat.
He's not better. He's not better Karl Anthony Towns.
Okay.
Yeah, I would agree.
Not on the same level.
Karl, it's a gap.
It's a big gap.
It's a gap, but
I'm not saying how big the gap is.
Okay.
It's a gap.
But Miles Turner does more for the Pacers than what Cat would do.
Yeah.
Okay.
The way they're constructed.
Yeah. Right.
Okay. Let's just venture to the Knicks real quick and the last series. Thibodeau fired.
Can we go back a little further?
Yes, let's go.
I just want to go like when they won a game and we started parade. I just want to understand. So you were there. You were in New York.
What? Yeah, I was in New York.
You were in New York.
I was.
And
When was he in New York? When was he in New York?
I think it was a game in Indiana though. They weren't home.
That's that game in Indy.
Yeah.
That game.
And-
was it 4?
I don't remember what game it was, but I just want to understand. So you, like, people were outside, like, going crazy.
They were. They were. And I think
And we're okay with like, and we're. I just want to understand what's allowed and what's not. I just want to, just so I can clarify.
who hit that home run last year? Who I can't remember.
I was fucking bring it up.
Who was it?
Cassiano.
I was gonna bring it up.
That's what it's rooted in, though. You know what I'm saying?
I just want to understand. I just want to understand.
Oh man.
I just want to understand.
Yo, you know what? You're absolutely right. You're
Like
absolutely right.
you were there. You
I was.
definitely celebrated.
I was activated though too, so you understand that matters. That matters a little bit. Because sometimes when you're activated, you go a little. What the kids say, you be doing too much. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause I was doing a little too much, but you're right though. We did take to the streets. I don't know what it was though. I don't know. It's just like they won, and that was a hard fought game. I'm on the rooftop bar. You know what I'm saying? And I'm drinking and we watching the game and, it's like, wow, you know what I'm saying? And we just go downstairs. The garden's right there. We were outside the garden, but it was a lot of people out there. A lot of people. So I don't know. I'm not sure what that's about. But you're right. It's celebrating before you get in anything. I mean, I think we played ourselves, okay? I think we played ourselves from the start when we, we named streets after the players after just getting to the NBA, Eastern Conference Finals or whatever. But sometimes, when you're starving for so long, come on, man. We know. Listen, the first time you get a, you know what I mean? First time you get a little something, you know what I mean? You know what I mean? You start smelling yourself, man. You know what I mean? I was smelling myself, man. I was wrong. But see, I can admit I was wrong. That Cassiano's ain't admitting nothing, though. See?
You know what's crazy? That's your number 2 team.
Oh wow!
Imagine if your number 1 team had I can't wait to see that.
Yeah, I don't. But actually, you know what? I don't think we would have done that. No, you're absolutely right. We would not have done that. We would have been happy. We would have been to Xfinity Live.
Yeah,
but that would have been it.
We would have been on Sports Talk.
It wouldn't have been It wouldn't have been no Broad Street and whatever like that. I'll admit that.
But I don't think there's anything wrong with celebrating
to that level.
Oh, just a win.
You're in the playoffs. I don't.
Just a win.
Listen, just because you don't know when you're going to see it again. So,
it was over the top though.
And I'm saying you don't know when you're going to see it again, so you might as well just.
That is true, and that might be the. You know what I'm saying? That might be the tone of it. I don't know the undertone, but so. The Knicks lose, okay. Tibbs gets fired. Did we see that coming?
No.
I didn't either.
I didn't. Nah.
How do you like it though? Yeah, I mean, you probably don't care about it, but I mean, you know what I'm saying? But what's your thoughts about it?
I mean, I don't think he deserved. I mean, I don't know what was going on behind the scenes, so let me start there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know the relationships with ownership and the players and all that was like, but just outside looking in, basketball wise, I mean, he took y'all to where y'all haven't been. For a long time. Yeah. You know what I mean? I thought he was doing a decent job. But, like I said, I don't know what was happening behind the scenes. You know what I'm saying? Because I know I brought a certain school back, 2 sectionals, made it to Rutgers, and they let me go. So.
It happens.
But it happens. You know what I'm saying?
It happens. So, what are your thoughts? What's your thoughts? MB, FB, what y'all think?
I was surprised by it. I don't know. I know their management, they're all very close to those guys. So I was surprised because I think looking at the season, I think you have to say it was a success.
Absolutely.
So how do you fire a guy after a successful season?
Right.
But then I think for them, what they need is They need some innovation. I think they need a young coach who can the give the ball to Jalen Brunson and play one-on-one isn't going to work at the end of the day.
In the long term.
So, like, I think that's what they got to figure out is how to just to get some more things happening. And Thibodeau being such a defensive-minded coach, you didn't really see much of that. So I think that's maybe what they were thinking, but I don't know. It's gonna be interesting to see who they get.
Yeah. What about you, FB?
From a coaching perspective, I was like, man, that's hard. You give this guy 1 year with this group. And they get to the Eastern Conference Finals. You just imagine what they could do in maybe year, 2 or 3.
Right.
But from a management perspective, you see, all right, this guy's style, this guy's not willing to change. This is kind of who he's been.
Right.
And with this group, we think we need a different style. So I understand them saying, hey, we got a good group. Maybe we get a new voice in here, a new type of offense, new this, new that. Maybe we can go over the top. And we've seen teams do it. Yeah. Teams, the Warriors did it with Mark Jackson, and other teams have done it where they fire a guy and the next guy is the guy to get them over the hump.
Right.
I just think the Knicks think they're in that position, so that's why they went with that decision. But I do feel like those other organizations that did it had a plan. I don't feel like the Knicks have a plan right now.
No, I don't think so either.
They're like asking to interview teams that coaches that are already at other places.
I think it was reactionary. I think
like they don't have a plan.
Right.
Like, why would they let you interview Jason Kidd? Like,
why would they do that? Right.
For what? He's our coach.
I think it's reactionary. I think that I think it's reactionary, but at the same time, I agree with you. The Jalen and you too, Coach. The Jalen Brunson pound the ball, that's maxed out because somebody has figured it out.
Right.
And now other teams are going to figure it out. So we have to come with something different. But I think the problem started before the season. I think you can't tinker with chemistry. I think when you have chemistry and you have a good thing, you have to either add to it, but when you take away from it, you're not going to have the same chemistry. When they made those trades, to me, I think that what you're seeing in OKC is the Western Conference Knicks that could have been this year. I personally really think that. Hartenstein, DiVincenzo, and even Randall, they made the difference, okay? I got to make smile because I get disrespectful when I start talking about Cat. and we're not, we got to be politically correct on here. But Cat, okay, he can average 20 and whatever, but he's still soft. It's still a soft. And that's hard to fathom that you averaging 20 something and maybe 7 to 8 rebounds, but you're still soft. Is that fair to say? I think that he is the biggest difference of why they won't ever get further than where they're at right now. They will not take the next step. They have to let him go.
Why do you say he's soft?
Because there comes a certain level of toughness, especially when you're playing defense. And he has no desire to play no defense. Zero. If you could watch, most of the threes that they had was on the screen roll with him always dropping down, right? Always dropping, they get wide open threes. I think that he doesn't have that toughness. And that's what's missing. And his passing skills aren't there. They would have done better with Hartenstein. Hartenstein's got toughness, but he could also play at the high post and deliver into whatever. That's why him and Jalen were magical. You know what I'm saying? Okay.
So just, I didn't know this about Hartenstein, but the Knicks offered him the max they could offer him. I didn't know that. So the max they could offer him was whatever it was because of the rules.
The rules, or was it because they already signed OG?
No, it was they offered him whatever the max was they offered, and it wasn't a lot of money.
Okay.
Because of whatever the rules are, because
whatever
it was, something like that.
Yeah, I read that.
So it wasn't that I was always under the assumption that he just took more money, but the Knicks did offer him the max they could offer him, but it was just other teams could offer him way more.
Okay.
But I don't disagree about Cat. I don't think, and I think I said this from right when the trade happened. It just part of their identity was how their toughness, their defense, their rebounding, and
And now that's
but their problem was their scoring. And so he fixed the scoring problem.
Right.
But I think it did take away from their defense.
Right.
And I think you say it all the time, like, people just aren't scared of Cat. Like, so like when you're not worried about him defensively, like, I think it helps you just mentally, offensively, like, go score because, we're not worried about him.
True.
I mean, it's just, after all that.
But I will say, all the stuff, all the memes and all the
memes
things
is crazy.
are out of control. It's out of control.
Everybody's doing
Yo, what did he say?
I can't say what he said.
But like, even the Knicks,
They make fun of him.
the Knicks reporters are outside saying, give me your best Cat impression, and the people are killing it.
After all that.
Like, oh.
Oh my God.
It's very Chris Bosh like.
Yeah, that's a good one. That's
Yes.
a good one.
But see, the thing about it is that, my man was like, I just think they hating on him. I said, no, nobody's hating on him, yo. Like, everybody, even his own boys, Josh Harden, they were on the podcast teasing them. This is what they do, man. But I just don't think that they're gonna win with him. I don't think he's tough enough. I think that. Yeah, I just think they lost something with Hartenstein. I think they played better with Robinson, to be honest with you. They got to figure out how they can keep Robinson healthy. I think I like OG. OG had spurts where he was that 200 million player, and then he had spurts when he should have been like $15 million player. You know what I'm saying? But the bottom line is that I think Tibbs got a raw deal. Yes and no. I mean, Tibbs maxes out. Okay, he maxed out in Minnesota. He maxes out in Chicago. And what I didn't know is that some of the players complained about the minutes and stuff like that, like Mikal Bridges. You know what I'm saying? Who I think they gave up too much for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
gave up too much for. Okay. So sometimes it's these things.
No. I'm saying why aren't we harder on Mikal Bridges than we are on, like, we're blaming Cat. Like, we gave up a lot for Mikal Bridges.
Yeah.
You didn't.
True.
I don't think you got your return for that.
Right?
So,
yeah.
So like,
He got to step it up. Yeah, he definitely got to step it up.
I
I think the reason is because Cat's an all-star, Cat's an all-NBA
True.
player.
You're
So
right.
like, I think that's why.
But they paid Mikal and gave up Mikal like he should be that type of player.
True.
So does Mikal get better than what he did? Was it 18 points? Is he better than that?
I think that's him. I think that's who he is.
That's him, right? Right. So I don't know. I know that Brunson. Wait.
I'm just looking at their contract situation. So they have pretty much everybody coming back next year.
The Knicks.
Yeah. But then after that,
it's gonna be tough because Jacob's looking to get paid because he took a very team friendly deal.
Yes, he did.
So
I mean, after next year, they got to do it this year.
This is the year.
This has to be.
Yeah. I think Rick Brunson's in the play, but I did hear an article. though that the players are getting tired of him.
Yeah, I can see that.
You know what I'm saying? I did read an article.
Probably his son too. Like,
You know what I'm saying?
Get my dad out of here, please.
They're talking about bringing Mark Jackson in. I'm not sure.
you know what I'm saying?
What are we talking about?
I don't know what you guys talking
I don't
about.
know what you're talking about.
Shout out to Rick, man. What's up?
I do think that they're thinking about Rick. They're thinking about Mark Jackson and stuff like that. But we'll see. We'll see. Listen. Something interesting. Have you guys been hearing about this overseas basketball issues going on?
With,
Overseas, here.
I mean, yeah, overseas.
It's ridiculous.
What is happening here? Why? When has basketball become so? I mean, it's always been competitive. It's always been, a little gritty, but it's now becoming like disrespectfully violent. Okay, let's start with DeMarcus Cousins. Now, you go overseas to play. Okay, you have to know that you're a foreigner in their country. Okay, I don't know what happened, but it seems to me, what I can gather, and I sent you guys the film, they were losing, right? That was clear, and it seemed like the guy was going like a crybaby. So DeMarcus Cousins goes over to him and grabs his crotch, and then I think he tried to like put it in his face, the same hand.
It's crazy. Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken, he tried to take the same hand and he grabbed his crotch and tried to like slap him across the lips with it.
Yeah.
Lips.
You know what I'm saying? So I don't understand, right? Like, and then you think that it wasn't going to be a reaction,
Right. That's just him. I ain't even surprised. You know what I'm saying? He just does stuff like that.
There comes a point
crazy.
where it's over the top.
Yeah, very much so. That's why he's overseas.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like everybody's going to
overseas.
show you eventually why they are where they
You
are.
know what I'm saying?
Like, you know, so you can say, DeMarcus, you're better than these guys in the league. You can say all this stuff, but it's not
The action
just
is what
about
you're
that.
doing.
Right,
You know what I'm saying?
right.
There's a clip, Mark Tyndale, who played at Temple, all this stuff. He's now a coach for the Blazers. He came back to somebody who's running workouts in Philly or something. He was talking to the guys in the workout, and he was like, it's all about your character. That's what these guys are looking for. It's your character. It's your social media. It's are you on time? Do you stay late? That's what it has, you know. The skill stuff is the skill stuff. Everybody's got that, but it's about your character. And like these, like, don't give them a reason.
Right.
That's
Right,
basically
exactly.
was
Right.
his point. And DeMarcus Cousins has given
Plenty of reasons.
plenty of reasons.
Yeah. And then, you know, he go like this, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, he letting everybody know, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying? And they like, what? They start throwing things on him. Then they bring him down. It's like, it was embarrassing. I was embarrassed for him. And I think the NBA players should be embarrassed. Now let's move forward to Lance and Dwight. Tina. Dwight, okay. Let's move forward with Dwight. Okay, you know, Mr. Don't worry about where I put my, you know what I'm saying? What do we feel about that? Lance is always gonna be Lance,
Yeah,
right?
I was gonna say Lance gonna be
Right.
Lance.
But Dwight and Lance are kind of similar, right? They're antagonistic a little bit. Right?
I'd agree there.
And I feel like Dwight's always just trying to show that
He's tough.
not what
He's-
he's
yeah,
talking
right.
Exactly.
Right.
Exactly.
Like, he's
Right.
always got to, like, you know, prove himself.
There's a problem.
Right.
Right. It's internal for him.
Yeah.
Right. What do you?
That's one way to say it.
Yeah. Listen. Thank you, because that comment stopped my next question. Actually. And my next question, probably I should ask that question. So thank you. But so I don't know. I mean, does it bring fanfare? I mean, what do you guys think about this? Lance Stevenson, real quick. Lance Stevenson versus Michael Beasley. When have you ever heard Michael Beasley talk that much junk?
Yeah, true.
He's talking a whole lot. From being high too. Like, I don't know.
I feel like he's always talking.
Yeah, he does. I would think so.
Okay.
I would think
He always
so.
talk.
I think so.
Okay.
I feel like
So-
Michael
so-
Beasley is, he's found his place in the world.
Okay.
Like,
Big three.
I'm just like, I think the NBA was a lot for him.
Right. A little much.
But I think, you know, he's a certified hooper. There's no doubt about that.
Right.
And he's found this is what he enjoy. Like, this is good for him.
Okay.
Because we've all heard of his mental, you know, things he struggled with.
Yeah.
So
Smoking weed too. Smoking a lot of weed.
The Lance Stevenson, Dwight Howard, that was part of the big three.
Yeah.
I don't even know.
Yeah. Oh, that's big three.
If I'm
no tussle.
if I'm Ice Cube, listen, we're not fighting on TV anymore because we're trying to build this thing. We're trying to get people to invest into it. We want people to bring their kids to it. Like, they're not going to do it if you guys are fighting every
Fighting, carrying on, right?
Act like professionals. You guys are all professional athletes.
Yeah.
Act like a professional.
Yeah, that's where I'm at with it. All right, so listen, NBA's ending soon, so you know we only got about another week left, and then that's it. Now we still got the WNBA. I don't know. Did I send you guys the clip on somebody saying that they want to help Angel Reese? Did I send you that?
That's crazy.
Oh, I did. Okay, I did.
You sent it? I didn't see it.
Did I send it?
I don't know if you sent
But
it.
you know what I'm talking
I
about.
just saw
They want to help Angel Reese do.
Not miss so many layups and be able to finish around the basket, so she can stop having the baby triple double.
Have you guys heard about the
Double
knee
doubles.
bounce?
What?
Knee bounce?
That's
What's me bounds? What's
When she when she missed her own shot and get her rebound. That's what they call it. Yeah, she gonna have me-bound shirts.
Oh wow, that's
I'm
funny.
happy she's embracing it though.
That's funny.
That's good for her.
Oh,
Break,
that's
you can't make a
good.
laugh. That's
Yeah.
takes a lot of
That's what.
Caitlin Clark's back, I think.
back.
Yeah,
Back.
Oh wait, she can't. Oh, she played already.
Played
Oh, yeah, she had
yesterday.
30.
Oh wow.
She had 25 in the first half.
Oh, yeah.
So what do we say now, real quick, and then we move on to football. What do we say real quick about the haters out there that hate on her?
Well, Caitlin?
Yeah. She is the star of the league. Period.
That's just hate.
She is the league.
That's what haters do.
In my way. They hate. Yeah.
That's right.
She does something that no other player in that league.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. She
And
is.
the three she was making, because I watched a lot of that game, or I had it on another TV. She was hitting logos.
Oh, wow.
All logos.
Full of logos.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Do you think they might have to move the line back because of her?
Yeah.
Really?
I can see that.
All seriousness.
I can see that.
Wow.
Because like,
Wow.
She's shooting comfortable from the
Comfortable.
foot line.
Comfortable.
yeah, like she's
You know what
well
I'm
behind the NBA line.
Yeah,
Well,
comfortable out there playing
Wow.
things.
Yeah.
Speaking of, real quick before we move on, speaking of Angel Reese, I was watching, I don't know if you guys saw on Netflix, Shaq has like a little 6-part episode season, 6-episode season right now. He's named the president of Reebok Basketball, Allen Iverson, the vice president. So it's just this documentary about what they're going through. And Angel Reese is one of the people they signed
That's what's
to,
up,
to,
man.
to rock Reebok and whatnot. So,
That's what's up, man.
you know.
I'm happy for AI too, man. Like, you know what I mean? That he's getting some type of, you can see just over time his
Growth.
his
Yeah,
growth,
yeah, you know what I'm
and
saying?
he's getting
Maturity.
more attention.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? Because for a while it was like, what was he playing in a little gambling commercial, whatever? You know what I mean? Like, he was struggling there, man. You know what I'm saying? So I'm glad to see that.
Did he get a
he's
trust
doing
or
well.
something when he turned 50? Didn't he
I
get
think
50
it's
mil or
55.
something?
It might be 54.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I know they were partying last night. He had a little party in Philly last night.
They're not
Yeah.
I think it's like 54.
I think it's
don't
like
think it's
50.
50.
I don't know
Was
if
it
it's 50.
50?
I think it's 54. I think
think
it's
it's
54,
54.
55,
Okay.
somewhere around
'Cause I
there.
know he just turned 50.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't trust him
Yeah.
At all.
Oh,
Would you?
no. With as much money as he had. No. I'm happy to see that he's still with his wife or ex-wife or whatever. They're still rocking or whatever. So shout out to AI, man. That's-
Wait. Is he with his wife or is it his ex-wife?
Things is complicated. You know what I mean? Come on now. son. Listen, y'all know firsthand love is complicated, bro. He's with his ride or die. Let's just say that. You know what I mean? All right, let's move on real quick. NFL real quick. All I had was like Aaron Rodgers. He is now with Mike Tomlin. What do you see with that? You know what I'm saying? Do you see that being anything, or do you see it more of like a publicity stunt and Mike Tomlin's getting played?
I'm looking for, I can't wait till things are going haywire. I want to see how that relationship is then. Right now, the honeymoon stage, everything is kumbaya, and he's great. He's a great coach. He's a great quarterback. But you know, Aaron Rodgers is when things start going wrong. I want to see if he can bring Tomlin out of his character, or if Tomlin's going to remain who he is during those tough times, because they coming.
But the thing about it is that he's going against like a alpha coach.
That's what
I don't know.
That's why I'm looking to
I don't
see
know
how that plays out.
Who was that last year? Selah or Robert Selah or whoever.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know how, man, alpha.
Right. I feel
But we know Tomlin is alpha.
Yeah, that guy,
Right.
he was happy to coach Aaron Rodgers.
Right. Tomlin's like,
I'm
wants to
your
come in
coach,
here, does his business. Blah.
It's like number 8's the quarterback.
Right. Tomlin be ball about business. And I think Tomlin, I think players don't really like mess with Tomlin. I feel like
that's true.
if them players get out of hand, Tomlin be like, yo, listen, fuck all that coach stuff.
Right. True.
We can get busy if you want. I don't know. I feel he presents. Is that just me, or I feel like he presents that way?
That's true. That's
And
true.
he's the funniest coach in the league.
He is.
true.
He is. So we'll see. Anything else with football coming up? I mean, I know we can't wait for it. I know that much. You know what I mean?
True.
Super Bowl champs.
I had to remember what region we were for this one. Because I was like, New York? Wait, no. We're in Philly. Or could have just been whoever won the Super Bowl.
But what's interesting now? But what's interesting now is, do I? And I'm thinking about this. Do I leave the Eagle bandwagon now? Because what happened. You know, come on, Coach.
Are you not an Eagles?
No, you didn't have to say that. Come on.
I'm with you. You were Jalen Hurts. You wanted Jalen Hurts.
Right. I accomplished that goal has been accomplished.
Who is your favorite football team?
New York Giants.
Okay.
Who's
Straight up.
second?
New York Jets.
Who's third?
Buffalo Bills.
So that has taken the place of the Eagles. So the Eagles are out now.
No, I got it. I was just playing with the Buffalo Bills. No, it's the Eagles. But again, like I said, my fanfare really got because of Jalen. You know what I'm saying? But Jalen finally won. And it's funny because I keep forgetting that he won. You know what I'm saying? Like, you don't really hit no one. I mean, it's not football anyway, so we'll see. But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I don't know what's gonna happen with who did the Giants got? They got Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson is the quarterback. And Jameis Winston, right?
That's a lot of quarterbacks.
And the rookie, Dart.
Okay. All right. So we'll see what's up.
Will Jameis start a game this year?
Absolutely.
Over Russell?
He'll start at some point.
I think Russell has a resurgence. I think Russell has a resurgence. I think he gets on billboards and all around Manhattan and in Newark, New Jersey.
If I was them, I would roll with Jameis, man.
You would?
Because I think Russell is what Russell is. I think Jameis still has that, like, he's explosive, so he could throw 4 touchdowns in a game. Like, I just think,
him and Navy
when you need somebody with that team who can make some plays, because they really don't have guys that can make plays.
True.
And I think
That's
the
true.
point of where Russell is now, I don't think he's at that place anymore. I think he's more like a plug and play. Like, if he goes to a place that's already like has a good system lined up, he can do it.
It's something about when you play in New York, though. It's a little different. You know, maybe he comes back alive.
They don't play in New York.
It's okay.
No, they do play in New York.
No, they don't.
Unless they play Buffalo.
No. Okay, they're the New York Giants, but you're right. We do lease space from Jersey. You know what I'm saying? But we'll see.
Everything's in New Jersey. Your front office, everything's in New Jersey.
That is true. Secaucus. That's your ain't lying.
The New Jersey Giants.
That's it. That's what it should be. That's what it should be. You know what I'm saying? But anyway.
I would have been a fan if they were that.
Really?
No.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Right. You know, that would open up that other box. Like, wait a minute. All right. So what we got next? Baseball? How's the Phillies? What's up with the Phillies, man? How the Phillies been doing?
Man.
Not good though, right? I didn't think so.
Just struggling a little bit.
Yeah.
Bats is quiet.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Bullpen is still a mess.
Yeah.
You know.
I gave up.
Really?
I can't. Well, I'm not watching. They're going to keep losing.
Wow. You was locked in for a little bit too.
And then they lost
man.
8 of 9. I rather watch golf videos on YouTube.
Yeah.
U.S. Open.
So what was it? Was it Alvarado? He went down and he sucked anyway. He wasn't all that. You know what I'm saying?
Nah, we needed him. We needed him.
You know that?
We needed him.
How's your team doing?
We're struggling a little bit. You know what I'm saying? I think we lost 2 in a row now, the Red Sox or whatever. But we lost our closer. He's out for a little bit. I'm not gonna really get locked in until like sometime in July, to be honest with you. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm it's still, it's like that. That's that season right now. That period of like, I gotta find things to do. Like when the playoffs stopped being every day and then every other day, I was lost. I didn't know what to watch.
Yeah, I caught myself watching. It was a good game too, though. I ain't go front. A little bit of the NHL Stanley Cup situation,
wow.
Edmonton and the Panthers.
Okay.
Got caught up. Nothing else on.
Okay.
I think the Phillies was off. The basketball wasn't on.
Okay.
Like, let me check out a little hockey.
You know what? I'm going to go to a hocky game this year. That I am going to go just to check it out to see what it's like or whatever.
I had a good time. I've been a couple times now.
Couple times.
Yeah,
Okay. So I'm gonna check it out. See, is it cold in there? Like,
Nah, not really. I mean, I wore a sweatshirt, but it wasn't like I was in
coach
there.
is saying, it's a little colder than usual.
I mean, it was. Yeah,
Okay.
it's not like. But
Okay.
I mean, it's not like you got a.
And where were you sitting at too?
Scarf and all. Oh, we was a couple rows because we.
You still low or you was up?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Rows off the ice. It's an interesting sport, just the athleticism of them guys. Like when you see it in person, just
Right.
flying up and down the ice, skating backwards, all that. You know what I'm saying? Doing what they do.
Okay.
I gotta give them some props. You know
I
what I'm
got you.
saying? Yeah,
I got you. That's what's up. That's what's up. So yeah, baseball. Like I said, that's interesting. Anything else? I don't see anything else other than I'm not into the soccer. I don't think there's no soccer going on. Is the college and the base softball stuff over?
Softball is over.
Sisterhood. Shout out to the sisterhood. We had a great.
At this point.
No, it's over. Okay. We had a great team dinner though this past week, and you know what? It was really good just to see that through the face of all the losing, they were still there. And sometimes you have to track and adjust, and I call it trimming the fat a little bit. You know what I'm saying? We got to trim the fat. Sometimes, remove some things, and then we'll, next year. You know what I'm saying? So we'll see. But they are locked in on the sister. They be like, Bryce, come on, sisterhood. They locked in though. So that's a great thing. But other than that, ain't much going on. But I did want to talk about real quick before we go, Father's Day. Why is it we get robbed? It's not the same energy. You know what I'm saying? Why is that? I'm just curious. We don't have no answer, do we?
Yeah,
That's why y'all get robbed.
Because we don't know what to say.
Y'all won't say it. Like if you guys don't get your wives, whatever, something for Mother's Day.
Oh, you already know.
It.
Oh, you already know.
Yeah,
But if a guy, what are you gonna say? You didn't, you're not gonna say it.
Yeah.
Y'all quiet right now?
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have a good father.
We don't want no problem.
Right. That's what it is.
That's what it is. See,
That's true.
but even from the babies, like, you know what I'm saying? My kids, you know what I mean? They go in for their moms. You know what I'm saying?
Because
I'm still waiting for a Father's Day. It was like 4 years ago I asked for this one thing. And they say next year. Next year. I don't even ask for it no more. Like, you know what I mean? I don't know. Now my son did give me a great card today. It was very heartfelt. and listen, it touched my heart. You know what I'm saying? It really did. So I shout out to my son. But then he did come afterwards and say, "Hey, listen, I'm broke right now." But you wasn't broke when your mama was there. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. What is it? I don't know. I mean, what would you expect? Okay, what would be the ideal Father's Day if you had a magic wand? What would you want? And you're an uncle. You're an uncle?
yeah.
So we celebrate you too, bro. What would you want? If you had a magic wand, what would be the perfect Father's Day gift?
Father's Day gift. Oh,
Yes.
I find out the Father's Day.
No. Well, Father's Day, we all want the same. At least I think we do. We want to be left alone. We want to eat. We want a nice little treat. And you know what I mean. You know what I'm saying? And we don't want to do nothing. And we want to just be like, yo, listen. But, hey, Dad. Father's Day. Not today. But as far as a gift, now we're not really into gifts like that. We don't like gifts. I mean, let's say we don't like gifts, but we're okay. We're okay, right? But if you had a magic wand, what would you want?
I don't know.
Right.
That's a hard question.
To your point. This might be why we don't get nothing.
Right. We ain't wishing for anything.
Well, the thing is, like, if you want something,
we just go get it.
you just go get it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
And I also think, and tell me what you think about this, CB. I also think, MB, excuse me. I also think that our perspective is, as long as our family's okay,
Absolutely.
as long as our kids is okay, yo, we have everything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, but but we want more today. So, you know what I'm saying? We're going to fight for more today. So, we can't really come up with
Start
nothing,
the
right?
campaign.
Yeah. So Fred, you're right.
That's true. That's true. That's true.
So, I'll ask all the fathers out there, if you had a magic wand,
It's true.
what would you want as a gift for Father's Day?
So that's even like with the like on TV, you see leading up to Mother's Day. It's like every other commercial is a Mother's Day commercial.
I haven't seen not one.
Yeah, I think I maybe seen one. Hardware store.
Hardware store. Right. You know, they might have charcoal on sale today. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? So, and then real quick though, I do want to tell y'all, listen, you know, I went to Atlanta for my birthday, ATL. And it's the first time I've gone down there. And actually, I have a video. I didn't share it yet, but I have a video for you, Coach. So I go down there and, you know, I actually really found myself down there. If you can find yourself at 49, right? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yeah, not in that way. Not in that way. Yeah, because See, Fred is combining. Fred, no. Fred, no, because
But somebody can say I found myself in Atlanta.
Right. See, that's what I said. See, Fred's smart. He's like, yo, found himself
In Atlanta.
and you already know how ATL is. He's like, wait a minute.
Something you want to tell us? Yeah.
That's funny. So, but real talk though, like, you know what I'm saying? I found out what my purpose is. Like, I really know now, you know what I'm saying, like what I'm supposed to do with my life, you know what I'm saying? But while I was celebrating, right, and I went to this place called Papa Dough, which is delicious, like Cajun seafood, amazing. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Amazing, right? But then I went to Benihana. And I love Japanese food, right? I guess that's why I have a Blackstone. You know what I'm saying? So I go down there, and to my surprise, I seen something that I never thought I ever seen. I thought only the Japanese or the Chinese cook on the tapenyankis. It was a brother. It was a black. It was. I never seen a black chef at the Benihana, son. It blew my.
I knew where it was going.
It blew my mind. I couldn't believe it. The whole time I'm sitting there like. And there was even a African American woman.
Food was trash, wasn't it?
It was banging. but now this is where I'm saying, see, I got video, right? And this one dude, shout out to the dude, Chris. He was number one in the country of all the Benihana chefs. Out of 8,000. You don't have to ask a question like, yo, bro. Yo, what you went to tapenyankee school? Like what? How you get your training and whatever? You know what I'm saying? But long story short, though, do you guys?
Sorry.
Okay.
Was Chris an African American?
Word.
He was number one.
Number one out of 8,000. Couldn't believe it. And because he was number one, right? He was doing all his little, you know what I'm saying? And it was like, what was that? What was that song? He was singing some song. I forget what it was, but yo, you know how when you go to a Japanese restaurant, right? It's the same old corny ass tricks, right? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? You know what I'm talking about.
Wait. You did the sake?
No. I can't even front.
Did you do it?
Yo, listen.
No. I just in Atlanta. Were you doing
No,
it?
heck no.
Okay,
No, they don't even do that. They don't
You know what I'm talking about, right?
They don't even.
Were they like sweet?
I had a beer. Listen. I had a beer and I had a Macallan, right, before they came out to cook. And they start doing this sake thing. He said, "Oh, sake," and I ain't gonna lie, I was like this. before the person tapped me, it was like, I think Jay was like, Dad, what you doing? I was like, oh, I didn't even get it. You know what I'm saying? So I can't even front. I fell victim for it. Up here, up north. You know what I'm saying? But but when I go to the Japanese restaurants now, I promise you, I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna say, yo, listen, if you ain't coming with this energy, just cook my food, bro. Just cook my food. Don't give me no little zucchini. Give me the shrimp as my appetizer to keep it pushing. Dude spelled my name out, son, with the rice. Set it on fire. Say, yo, turn to slow motion. Yo, it was crazy. It was crazy. But anyway, I never seen nothing like that. Unless y'all have. Well, you've been to Atlanta, obviously.
But not to the Benihana.
Not to Benihana. Have you seen that before?
Yeah, me either. I've never.
Okay. And let alone working there. I've never. Never.
Yeah.
So, but anyway, shout out to, ATL or whatever. It's interesting, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, last thoughts. FB.
Just ready to wrap up the last week of school. I feel like the year's gone by quick and it's taken forever all at the same time. So, ready to wrap it up and looking forward. We start practice tomorrow for
That's what's up.
basketball starts. So we got Philly Live next week. I know all these guys are involved in it. So we're here.
Oh, okay. You ready to?
What?
You really? You're really ready. I sure did. Hey, wait a minute. Look at the date. Like, wait a minute. Hold on.
Yeah, you right.
Yeah, nah,
Right, sure enough. All right, so you got practice. Philly Live is when? This weekend coming up?
Yeah, we play next Saturday.
That's what's up. Okay. All right. MB, what about you, bro?
I don't even know what to say after that story you just
Oh, yeah. That's what I'm saying, man.
messed up. No, same thing here. We're ready to wrap up school. We have a graduation tomorrow. So we got practice, then I got to head to graduation.
Okay.
But yeah, looking forward to a good summer. Seeing what our team's all about, got some changes and we'll see what it is.
That's what's up. That's what's up. CB.
Pretty much the same on the school front. We're done on Wednesday. Again, just, happy Father's Day to all the fathers, you guys, and especially my dad, the original Coach Bird. You know what I'm saying? Same. We had, matter of fact, last Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we had a 3-day mini football camp for the kids. So we back at it. So we got summer workouts, Philly Live this weekend, Summer League, you know what I'm saying? We right back at it. Don't stop. But real quick, I know I had told you, Bryce, but I didn't share with the fellas on Wednesday. I'm actually having back surgery. Got to go in there and fix a little vertebrae, get a little fuse in the back a little bit. I asked the surgeon, I said, well, since I'm getting this fuse back there, can I play golf now like Tiger Woods? Right. You know what I'm saying? With the fuse back, you know what I mean? But so that's Wednesday, so just keep your boy in prayer.
Absolutely.
Fred, I appreciate this because they asked me to stop smoking 5 days before surgery. So after this successful surgery, we're going to talk into it existence. It's going to be the first one I smoke.
All right, cool.
That's what's up, man. It's definitely going to be successful, man. Nothing but prayers to you, bro. You know what I mean? Listen, real quick, because I just want to get an update. And then if you can just send us a picture or something. Is Richie Ashburn on the wall?
Richie, yes. I meant to send a picture.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, when I put it up, my boys was like,
yeah.
What we doing? It's like, don't you worry about it.
It was a Christmas gift. You know what I'm saying?
That's probably why the Phillies is losing.
I don't know. But I did tell you, listen, shout out to Mr. Beal, because Mr. Beal did tell me that Richie Ashburn was a pretty good player. He was a really good player.
Yeah, man.
Really good player.
That's what my dad told me.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah,
All right. Did anybody else hear that?
Is he in the Hall of Fame? I'm asking. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That I don't know.
Phillies?
No, like that.
Oh,
The actual Hall of Fame. I don't think so. I don't say. I could be wrong, but I want to say no.
Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah, he was good for the Phils. That's what I heard.
He was good for the Phils. So that was good. All right.
That's what I heard.
No final thoughts here. I mean, listen, the summer's coming. And 3 more days, it's over. Just ready to be done, man. Ready. I'm ready for vacation. I'm ready for some relaxation. You know what I'm saying? So that can't come fast enough. Wow.
Wow. After that story,
You found yourself.
Wow on that one. You know what I mean? But anyway, all right, listen, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of myself, Bryce, FB, MB, Coach Marcus Bullock, Coach Fred Battie, Coach CB, Setch Wildberg, we are the new Let's Get It Sports Talk. Coming to you most weekends, certain times, but we will be there, fellowshipping and having a good time and good laughter. Until then, we wish you a happy Father's Day. Please go celebrate your fathers, celebrate your uncles. I don't care if you celebrate that mechanic that fixed your car. Celebrate all the men that are out there that pour in to your lives. Take care.